Hey, what's up? It's your boy Toronto. Welcome back to another video. So today I wanted to go over the Samsung Galaxy A16 5G after I've been using it for like 3 days now. So yeah, I kind of been, using this. I have my main SIM in here and I wanted to go over like, the battery performance so far after 3 days now. Also the display quality, how it's been holding up cosmetically. The cameras, I've actually discovered a bunch of new features in the cameras, and make sure you guys like subscribe and get notified because I'm going to be comparing these cameras to the last year's model. And there are some reasons to upgrade from last year's model to this one. I did notice a few things that actually they incorporated, which is pretty cool. So, I've been using this since this morning. The battery life has been pretty good, especially since what I've been doing with it. I was watching a lot of movies on here throughout the day, like just live streaming from it, and not live streaming but like watching live streaming, like games, like the college football game and also the Knicks game I was watching on here. So the battery life, I had the screen on for quite some time. I've also been using the shortcuts a lot, like the side scroll right here, where you can access your shortcuts really quickly. So this panel right here is definitely something that I use a lot, just so I could do multitasking and stuff like that. So I think this device does have some good things about it. It's also got some things that I did notice that are a little bit of annoying and irritating, but also it's still pretty performing up to par for the price. So yeah, let's jump into it. If you're brand new to the channel, I truly appreciate you for coming through. If you're new, make sure you stay locked into the end of the video. But if you're already a part of the crew, salute. All right, so let's jump right into it. Like starting out with the call quality and overall, like how was the call quality? How was the microphones on here? Well, it was actually like pretty good, not too bad. Like I was actually expecting it to be pretty decent, but to be honest with you, when I do phone calls on this device, like the phone call came in and I'm not sure if the person's voice was like real low at that moment, but right when it got like to the point where I like was like they needed to be speak a little bit louder. That's when I plugged in my earbuds and I started to do the phone call with the earbuds in, just because I could hear them a little bit better when I did that. And when it comes to phone calls, I actually like to do phone calls hands free. So I most of the time I use earbuds when I take phone calls anyway. So yeah, the I didn't have any issues with the phone calls or whatever. So if you do want to do phone calls on this device, it will be pretty good. They also do offer Wi-Fi calling, so all you have to do is type that inside of the settings menu, Wi-Fi calling, and then it's gonna ask you for your location. And you have to like actually type in your address, and then it basically lets you get the Wi-Fi calling, but you actually have to do that step. I don't know why it's taken so long to find it. That's kind of weird. But yeah, one of the things about this device is like every now and then you will encounter a little bit of slowdown. I don't want to say it's like lagging. Well, yeah, there is lag on here. See, like this time it came right up. So you got the Wi-Fi calling right here, which you can activate, and you can customize it so you could do Wi-Fi preferred or mobile preferred. And so yeah, it's gonna ask you to enter your emergency address, and once you enter that, you can actually do the Wi-Fi calling on here. So yeah, I did do most of my phone calls I did with the headphones, and I didn't have any issues with phone calls whatsoever. So no drop calls on here. Everything for the most part ran really nicely. I was listening to a ton of music with this device as well. So one of the things that I really enjoyed with this device, listening to music, is that I actually realized that they do have the Dolby Atmos on here. So I activated that and I started watching some movies and some videos. Like I said, I was watching the NBA game and then I turned on the college game. It's actually on right now in the background. So yeah, I got it on mute so it's not imposing on this video, but you could actually put it on optimized sound, music, voice, or movie. And yeah, that's going to be a solid feature when you plug in a pair of Bluetooth headsets like I have right now. So I have the Pearl Clip Pro earbuds, which are really solid. And these actually are really cool because they let you customize your experience when you're listening to the audio. I'll make sure I leave those down below too. But these are really good headphones, especially for the price. So yeah, these are the ones I was using. It's showing me that I actually have to charge the case soon, but you get all your gaming functions on here as well as all your EQ settings. So yeah, the Dolby Atmos works perfect when it comes to the audio experience on this device. So yeah, that's the second thing I wanted to talk about was the audio experience and everything like that. So as far as like listening to videos with the loudspeaker on here, it's not going to be like a dual speaker stereo. So it's only going to be a single firing stereo. And so I wanted to show you guys how it sounds if I was to watch a video right now. So let me show you guys exactly how it would sound through the speakers right now. So let me find something that I could play out loud real quick. But another thing I did notice is that like the typing experience on this keyboard is actually really nice. It has like the perfect amount of vibration when you're typing. It doesn't feel too aggressive. It feels pretty smooth as well when it comes to the keyboard. So I really do like that part about it. All right, guys, so listen to this beat on the speakers. I think these speakers sound crispy, clear, and also really rich. So yeah, I definitely was like impressed with the overall speaker quality, even though it was a single firing speaker. Like I was still impressed with it. It sounded really good. So I didn't have any complaints. Like even though it's not a dual speaker on here, it still sounds really good. So yeah, that's the second thing. Another thing is that this does only have 4 GB of RAM, but you can actually expand the you could boost up the RAM a little bit, and they call it RAM boost. You can go into an option right here called device care inside of the memory, and every now and then you want to go in here and you kind of want to like clear up memory right here, but it's actually already cleared up because you can see it's running at the best levels possible right here. So yeah, right here is actually cleaning out some of the memory so it can actually perform a little bit better. And so I've been doing that constantly, but you could also click RAM plus, and this will actually give you 4 additional gigabytes of RAM so that you can actually have a more smoother experience. So another thing I like is the build quality on this device. So I have been using it without a case on the phone, and it's been holding up really good. Like even without a case, it's been holding up really solid. So I thought it would be scratch prone on the back at least, but I don't see not one single scratch on the back of this phone. And it just, it looks like it will scratch, but it actually never scratches. And then the other thing is that the sides have like this really nice matted material as well. And obviously you can expand the storage right here. You can put a SIM card and you could put an SD card. So I have my SIM card in there. And then I can also put my SD card to expand the storage. They did remove the headphone jack, but everything is Bluetooth nowadays. I have a ton of Bluetooth headphones. I haven't really needed a 3.5 millimeter cable, except if I had to like plug in a mic, like a 3.5 millimeter microphone, but most microphones use Type C anyway. So yeah, that's not even an issue. So the fingerprint actually works very fast. It also does have really responsive facial recognition on here. So that's another thing. No scratches on the glass or on the back, which is actually impressive. So I'm not sure what type of glass they went with. I'm trying to look it up and I couldn't find what glass they went with. But this has 385 ppi, which is really bright. It's also got 824 nits peak brightness or something like that. So it's going to be really bright when it comes to the outdoor visibility on this one. I also wanted to jump into gaming performance next, so you can kind of see that as well. And then I wanted to talk about some of the upgrades that I realized this phone has over the A15 when it comes to the camera department. So there are a lot of upgrades in the camera department that I was actually impressed with. And it's not like it went to it's not like it went to 4K or 1080 60 or 4K 60, but it's like real basic features on the camera, which I want to show you in just a second. So yeah, like obviously you do get the 50 megapixel camera right here, so you can get really detailed photography and stuff like that. So you could take really good shots on here. The photos come out extremely good. I'm gonna leave some photo samples in just a second so you can actually see the photo samples. But look at this picture that I just took right now, and you can see the clarity and the detail on his face. The colors are actually really accurate and stuff like that. So this is the upgrade I noticed. When you go, the A15 does have a wide angle camera, but it's only for when you're in the 12 megapixel photo mode, and then you can hit the 0.5 like that. And so yeah, I'm going to do a comparison with the A15 and the A16 so you can see that in the video right after this one. But you can see in the video it keeps the wide angle camera available, which is really cool. But on the A15 you don't get wide angle for video, so that this phone does offer that. And then the other thing is that when you're recording video on this one, you can actually record your face and what's in back, so you could keep flipping it back and forth. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Just listening to some music with the Soundpeats Pro Clip Pro. These are really good earphones, and you can see that the stabilization is on point. Yeah, so I've been using this to record video. You can see right here, this is the rear camera while I'm talking. I didn't even have to stop the video, so this is a really solid thing. I'm actually at the auto shop getting my alternator replaced. That thing was draining my battery. It was the stock alternator that needed to be replaced, the one that came with the original car. So it's like literally 18 years old that it's been running in that car. So it was time to get it replaced. So yeah, I just got it replaced. I'm just waiting. And I was streaming some NBA games on this phone too. So the battery's about 68%, and I was like, let me do some video recording so I could show you guys some footage. Now, when it comes to gaming, this device is using the Exynos 1330, which is basically based off the 5 nanometer, build. And so, yeah, you get your game hub right here. So it says right here, show games in game hub only, optional. So you don't have to actually click that, but you will have to click this, and then you can agree to it. And then this is where your games can be stored. You also have the instant play games right here. So right there, you could click instant play games, and then they'll give you some games that you can play that you don't actually have to download onto the phone. So it's not going to take up memory. They also have this labs feature, which is going to show you better to playtime calculator, custom library background, shake to start a mini game. So those are some pretty cool features in the labs that I want to show you. And then if you go right here where it says games, It's not actually stored in here for some reason because I didn't actually add it in there. So if you go to my games right here, you have to actually add them in here. So you could add games and then they will be available to you. So I'm going to add Prime, Call of Duty Mobile, Genshin, Cloud, PUBG. There's another racing game that I did download, Top Drives, that I want to check out too. So yeah, those are the games that I'm going to add on here. And for some reason they didn't save. There has to be like a save button. Oh wait, it's at the bottom. So you hit that and then you can also just add those right in. So let me show you what the gameplay looks like when I'm playing PUBG on this device. So let me just add this one and hit add games to the game hub. So now you have all your games on here. All right, so let's jump into some gaming real quick. You can see the speakers sound really loud. So that's one thing about it. It just seems really immersive. Damn, I don't know how he caught me like that. He caught me like, let me see. I almost got him that time, but I don't even know. They must be, he had a shotgun, that's what it was. The one-hitter quitter. But these guys ain't even playing. Like, these guys is serious. They're not amateurs. So it's really hard to get a kill right now. It's real hard to get a kill right now. Like, the competition is crazy. So like even when I'm getting a kill, I'm getting the assist. So yeah, this is crazy. I mean, the graphics do hold up really well. The gameplay seems really good too. So there's no lag on here whatsoever. Obviously, it's not going to be a flagship phone, so that's just something to keep in mind. And like the first shot that I get hit with, I'm getting almost killed with the first shot. So they must be having some hack on here or something. They must got a hack or like some code where yeah, this is nuts. So yeah, I definitely thought the gameplay was really smooth when it came to using this. So yeah, it holds up pretty well. But yeah, like I mentioned earlier in the video, another thing that I noticed about this device is it still has really good battery, 25 watts wired charging, which is actually comparable to like a Google device or even an iPhone. So yeah, still got some really good charging speeds on here. Battery life is gonna get you like a good day, even more. So I've been actually using this device heavy today. And so let's go into the battery performance real quick. And when I go down into the battery performance, you can see the optimization button will let you optimize the battery. But go into device care, then go into battery, and then if I scroll down, you can kind of see the details here. So this is where I wanted to show you that we do get some really good battery life on here. So 7 hours and 50 minutes when it comes to screen off time, 4 hours and 50 minutes when it comes to screen on time. I've used up 76% of the battery life, and it's now starting to learn my battery behavior. I wouldn't say it's actually learned it. See, you could, because if I go back a couple days, it started on the 14th, January 14th, but I actually haven't put my I put my SIM card in here. I think it was on the 18th. And let me see, 17. Yeah, I haven't really started using it to the 17th, 18th. But even then, my SIM card didn't go into it until like the 18th. So it's been about 72 hours now. I'll probably say the 17th. Yeah, that's when it started. 18th, it started to learn my battery. 19th is when I really kind of like started putting usage on here. But today is like the most activity I've had on the battery so far. So it's only been about, I would say, 3 days of using this device, and I think I only charged it for 3 cycles so far. So yeah, it's gonna, let me show you if there's a way you could look at the charging cycles. So if you go right here, let me go back into battery information, and it doesn't tell you how many cycles it charged it so far, but you can see, yeah, if I did want to charge it up, to show you that real quick, let me just get a charger real quick. This is going to be a charging brick, 20 milliamp hour charging brick. And so if I plug it in right now, I want to show you guys the charging animation on here. Oh yeah, so it's just the regular Samsung charging animation, and then it'll tell you down here whether it's fast charging or not, but you don't get like always on display. One of the things I like about Samsung devices is you do get double tap to wake, and then you also get the double tap to lock. So that's pretty solid. But yeah, my battery life has been pretty good so far. You're also gonna get like a notes app inside the Samsung folder, as well as a health app, and there's this find app right here, Samsung Find, so you can find or locate a lost device. You could also share your location with family members and friends when you sign in, so that's another cool thing as well. So a lot of really useful features on here. After 72 hours of using it, it's been holding up really good. Every now and then I'll get an occasional lag. Obviously you can see the Dolby Atmos only works with a Bluetooth paired out along with your device. You don't have screen recording on here either, so I just want to mention that you won't have the screen recorder, but your notifications are all, you know, they come in really quickly. You have everything that you need. You even get smart view, so you can connect this to your smart TV when you want to watch it on a bigger screen from your phone. So I think that's like a really useful feature that I always like to have on my smart devices. And obviously you're going to get NFC for mobile payments too right here, so you can add your Google Wallet. Another cool thing that you could play around with in the camera is adding your own AR zone, an emoji, or right here. So it says right here you have to update it. I don't know if I want to update that right now, but in order to actually customize your own emoji or whatever, you actually have to do that first. So you can see AR Studio, and this is where you could like take a picture of your face right here, create emoji with your camera. And so if I put my face into the camera, it's going to automatically create like a character for me. So I just took a photo, and then let me just make it. I don't know what this is. I don't know what that is, but hopefully that's the male one. And then it's just going to go ahead and create your emoji. It's going to, you could customize the hair and everything like that. So this is going to be fun to play around with when you have family members and friends that you're texting, and you kind of want to make it like really cool and interactive. And then you can customize the clothing as well. You can make your own clothes too. So yeah, this is where it gets kind of fun, and you can kind of like, play around with it a lot more detail, and kind of like just mess around with it. I actually have a jacket similar to that one, but let me see. Okay, yeah, the preppy look. They even got the bag with the strap on it. I don't like the color of that shirt though. Okay, yellow, black and white. Black, I would probably wear black, and then you can mess around with the clothing and everything. So yeah, then once you're okay with what it looks like, you could go ahead and save that. Let's go ahead, just hit save, just so we have something. So yeah, this is the character. Obviously you can customize it way more. Then it's going to start creating stickers that you could share with other people. And then it gives you like a little congratulations. I also do like the weather on here. I think I talked about that in the last video, but yeah, I'm just going to keep updating you guys on the performance with this device. I definitely think the cameras are very stable. I also think the game performance is pretty stable too. And the overall feel in the hand just looks really good. It doesn't feel like a cheap, budget smartphone that you would pick up for like $100 or $200. It feels more like, maybe like a $300, $400 phone. So yeah, It's gonna have some really good updates with the camera, like I was sharing with you before. The fact that you can actually with the camera now, you can actually, flip it while you're recording to the front and also the rear. But let me know what you guys think about the Samsung Galaxy A16 5G. I'm going to have the video comparison of the A15 and the A16 right after this. Make sure you stay locked in for more videos. If you're still here, just type down below, I'm still here, so I know you're still kicking it with me. And I just want to remind you to hit the like button so we can get this video out to more people. And I'll hit you back. Namaste.